because this is when we start making progress. This is the handling the objections part of the process. Now, what we are doing here, and just to retrack, we have got hit with a smoke screen, not interested. We assumed the objection totally, probably because it costs too much. They said yes. Now we know that that's the objection. Before we start handling the objection, we box them in. Aside from that, was there any other reason why you weren't interested in it? Nope, that's it. Gotcha. So now what we just did is we know that's the only objection we need to overcome, and now we're going to begin overcoming it. Now, if they say, yes, that's it, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, we have this new program where it's free and it costs you guys no money out of pocket, because now it sounds like I'm arguing with him. Even though our job is to educate somebody and to make sure that, we're informing them on what's going on, we do not want to come across as like, hey, you're stupid, I'm smart, I'm telling you what you need to know. What we need to do is we always, and this is crucial, we always need to come across like we're doing this for their best interest. Like, so it's pretty much like saying like, oh, you didn't hear about this new program it's taking out with? Like, hey, let's get you guys the panels. I'm here to solve your problems. I'm not here to say that you're stupid and I'm smart and we're going to argue about it, because the second you start arguing with a homeowner, or it comes off as like you guys are pitting each other against each other, then it's not going to deliver. You're not going to deliver the information the same way. Now, the first thing you are going to do when a homeowner is giving you the objection is you're going to listen. You are going to let them speak. Now, what you are showing them is that you are listening. And the ways you do that is by smiling and nodding. Now, you don't need to be like, but essentially what you are trying to do is you want to show them you're listening. So if they're talking to you, you are going to look at them and you're going to nod like, totally, I hear you. I understand. Then once these two are done, this is when they're talking. Now, the second you get to talk, you are not going to jump straight into it and start handling the objection. First, you're going to acknowledge what they said. You heard them. Totally. Or, yeah, I got you. Or I hear you. Things like this is like you're acknowledging them. Then you are going to agree with them. You are not going to state your case first. You're going to say, yep, totally, I hear you. And to be honest, I agree with you guys. It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to spend all this money on the panels just to start saving money, right? It doesn't make any sense to spend money to save money. So now that I'm nodding, listening to them, totally acknowledge, I agree with you guys. Agree? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to spend money to save money. Now I can start the objection handling process, and I'm gonna be like, yep. And actually, what we're doing is a little bit different because we get it. Homeowners didn't want to spend all that money to save money. The state actually came out with this brand new program where essentially, as long as you guys qualify, you can have another company like Sunrun cover every last cost to put the panels up for you. So essentially what you're doing here is you are delivering them that information without coming across like you're against them. And another way you can do this is, totally, it really didn't make any, yep, I hear you. Honestly, it really didn't make any, I agree, it didn't make any sense to spend all that money out of pocket on the panels. Did you by chance hear about that new program the state came out with? No? Oh, well, if you've ever heard of Sunrun before, they're the #1 largest solar provider. Pretty much the way it works with them is, as long as your home qualifies and your roof checks out, they'll be the ones willing to come out and cover every last cost putting the panels up. So, it will really cost you $0 out of, So what I'm doing now is, as you saw with my tone, I'm inferring that this is in their best interest